Okay, so today topic is fillet. Okay, dress up feature. Under dress up feature, there have a fillet option. So suppose first select YZ plane and then go to the sketch option. Create one rectangle. So that is one rectangle. Exit, then pad it. Okay. So now suppose this one is pad. So now this one is 20 plus 20. Okay, 40. I'll increase this one. Okay. So now suppose select this fillet. Okay, fillet, and suppose select this edge. Okay, so now this one is edge. This radius is 5. Okay, suppose select this one, preview, and suppose increase this length. Okay, increase this radius actually. So now this one is okay. So now this one is fillet. Okay, this is simple fillet, totally simple fillet. Now suppose here just right click, delete it. You can create here new plane here. Suppose select this one. So now you can create here new plane. Okay, and then okay. Suppose here fillet. So suppose select this one. So now this one is fillet also. Preview. Now here more option. So suppose here limiting element. Just select this one and select that one. Okay, so between two, this one is fillet will occur here. Okay, if you change this one, suppose double click and change the arrow mark here. So except this region, this one is fillet. Okay, except this region, this one is fillet. Clear? So that is called limiting element. Okay, next one is edge to keep. For edge to keep, create here one circle here and pad it. Okay, suppose pad, then suppose fillet here. Suppose select this edge and then suppose that is the fillet option. Okay, so that is the fillet option here. Now this edge is look like this one is distorted. Okay, so suppose click here, more option here, edge to keep. Just select this edge and then okay. So now, or suppose here edge to keep, select this edge also, preview, then okay. So now this one is edge to keep here. This edge simply previous, like a previous. Okay, so that is total straight line. So that is now edge fillet. Okay, next is suppose here, undo it. Suppose click here, more option, that is suppose limiting element here. Suppose blend corner. Suppose click here, click here, and click here. This edge, this three edge. Okay, reduce this one. Okay, and preview it. Okay, I'll delete first this one and change. Okay, so that is simple 3H. Now how to control this blend corner. Okay, so suppose here click on the blend corner. Now this setback distance is by default 10 millimeter. Suppose you can change here 10 millimeter to 40, 29. Okay, so now this one is look like this. Okay, suppose click here. So now this one also okay. Now okay, so that is edge fillet. Edge fillet setback distance. And another one is suppose here click delete this one, and also delete this pad. This is not required now. Next is, suppose click here fillet. Suppose this one is fillet. Okay, this one is fillet. Okay, so now next is, suppose limiting element already done, and also edge to keep already done. Next, this one is, suppose here parting element. Okay, so just here click parting element and click suppose this plane. Okay, this one. So here, okay, so now this there have one parting line is created here. Both radius are same, but there have a parting line was created because this parting element I already selected here, that is ZX plane, and also blend corner also done. Okay, so that is the main thing. So now this one is okay. Okay, so that is called simple edge fillet. Next is, suppose undo it, and suppose here create variable radius fillet. So suppose click here, so now that is variable radius fillet. If suppose here by default two radius is there, okay, by default two radius is there. Suppose this one is 9 millimeter. Suppose click here, you can change. Suppose click here, so this red orange color now selected. Okay, so click here, so now this one is selected. Okay, if suppose here this is the variation, this is the two elements, just click here and suppose choose here. Okay, so now you can change as per requirement from here also. Okay, and here also you can requirement, that is here. Okay, so if suppose choose here this one, so now you can increase this length, so now this one is look like this. So that is variable radius fillet. Okay, so that is variable radius fillet. But in case of, suppose I'll delete this one. Okay, so now suppose go to the variable radius fillet. Suppose if you choose here this one, okay, there have a cubic option. Okay, so suppose choose here, give, suppose click here and suppose this one. So now this one is, click another point. Okay, suppose give here another radius. So now this one is look like this, and suppose choose here, this one is look like this. Okay, so that is smooth cubic. Okay, so here now this one is look like this. But in case of variable radius fillet, click this edge and suppose choose here, this one is two elements, and suppose this one is linear. Okay, linear, and suppose choose, click here and give radius. So now this one is radius. Okay, okay, and here two elements, just click here. So now this one is look like this. Okay, so if it is linear, so now this one is joined by look a line. Okay, not smooth curvature. Okay, not smooth curvature. Okay, so now this one is look like this, and this one is smooth curvature, that is cubic. Okay, that is only difference between cubic and smooth curvature. Okay, then I'll delete this one and also delete this one. Okay, next is, suppose variable radius fillet. Here choose here and suppose give here distance and on conic parameter. Okay, so now this one is conic parameter on here. But in case of, if you select here, if you conic parameter off, so now this one is look like this. Here suppose conic parameter keep it here 9. Okay, so now then update it. So now this one is look like this. Radius are same, both radius are same. This one also 29 millimeter and this one also 29 millimeter. But this one is look like this, and this one is, if conic parameters is increased, so curvature look like this. Okay, So that is conic parameter and edge fillet. So that is the fillet. Next is variable radius fillet. After that, next is choroidal fillet. What is choroidal fillet? Suppose click here, and suppose this length is choroidal length. This length is choroidal length. Okay, and that is the radius. Okay, so now 35 is the given choroidal length. So this one is 35 length. Okay, so if it is okay, so now this one is look like this. But in case of ordinary fillet, okay, so this radius is 35. Okay, not this length. Okay, so that is the main thing. This one also 35, this one also 35, but this one is length and this one is radius. Okay, so that is the difference between variable radius fillet and choroidal fillet. There have also variable radius option is there in the choroidal fillet. So suppose choose here, and this one is choroidal fillet, variable radius also is there. Just click here, click here. Okay, so now this one is, you can change from here also. Okay, so that is also variable radius fillet, nothing else. Next is, suppose go to the part design. I'll create another object here, which is suppose create here. Okay, then exit and then pad it. Okay, I'll create this type of figure. Then go to here, face fillet. Okay, face fillet, that is the radius here. Okay, suppose this one is one face and this one is another face. Okay, and preview it. There have a change the value the operation because thickness is too small. Okay, so just create here, give some value more. Okay, also create another. Okay, so now this one is look like this. So in between fillet is occur here. Okay, if suppose give here 200, so now this one is look like this. So that is called face fillet. Okay, so in between two, this distance is 200 is the radius. Okay, that is 200 is the radius, is look like this. Next is tight tangent fillet. Okay, tight tangent fillet. Suppose this one is part design. Okay, here, and suppose click here and sketch. So tight tangent fillet is here, tight tangent fillet, pad, okay, this one is tight tangent fillet. Suppose this one is one fillet and this one is another fillet, and phase to remove is this one. Okay, this middle one, then preview it. So now this one is automatically filleted as per thickness. As per thickness, this one is automatically filleted. So that is called tight tangent fillet. That is called tight tangent fillet. Okay, so now if you choose here, suppose select this one, here select this one, and suppose phase to remove is this one. So now this one is preview, so that is tight tangent fillet also. Okay, next is chamfer. Go to the chamfer option. Suppose click one edge. Okay, so that is chamfer, then preview it. So that is chamfer. So that is length and angle is there. Okay, so that is called chamfer. And this one is length and angle, this one is length 1 and length 2. If you give here length 1 and length 2 is different, so now that is also possible. So that is simple chamfer created here. Okay, so everyone practice fillet and chamfer, okay, in this video. Okay, thank you.